Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. I'm Madison County Prosecutor Rob Wood, and next to me is the Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. We are working jointly, along with our teams, in the matter involving the deaths of Tammy Daybell, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua or JJ Vallow. Before we discuss details of the grand jury, I would like to recognize the law enforcement that's with us today. On behalf of myself, Lindsay, and our prosecution team, we want to express our deep appreciation for the efforts of the dozens of local, state, including Idaho Attorney General, federal law enforcement members, and Arizona law enforcement who have been working to gather evidence for a year and a half to bring justice to Tammy Daybell, Tylee Ryan, and JJ Vallow. The unprecedented cooperation among law enforcement has been remarkable, and every person who has worked on this case is to be commended for their diligence and steadfast pursuit of the facts. The thousands of hours that have been invested into seeking the truth for these innocent victims must be recognized. Several members of the law enforcement team are here with us today, including members from Fremont County, the Rexburg Police, Madison County, Idaho State Police, and the FBI. So we want to thank you for all you've done. I'll now tell you the charges that the grand jury have indicted Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow on. On Monday, May 24th, 2021, a Fremont County grand jury delivered the following new indictments. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on 2 counts of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception for the deaths of Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. Lori and Chad Daybell were also indicted on 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. Lori and Chad Daybell were also indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in the death of Tammy Daybell. And Chad Daybell was also indicted on 1 count of first-degree murder in the death of Tammy Daybell. Lori Daybell was also indicted on the charge of grand theft related to Social Security survivor benefits allocated for the care of minors Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow that were appropriated after the children were missing and ultimately found deceased. Chad Daybell was also indicted on 2 counts of insurance fraud related to life insurance policies he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and received funds after her death.
Good morning. I'm Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. We know many members of the community may feel that progress on this case has been slow. Due to the ongoing safety restrictions imposed by the courts during the pandemic, we just recently were given permission to present information to the grand jury for their review. I want to assure everyone that despite the delays, we have been working diligently to pursue justice for the victims in this case, to ensure we have the evidence required to prove the facts beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. Rob and I have partnered on the investigation into all actions against the victims, each of us cross-designated members of our offices, as well as Rachel Smith, an experienced homicide attorney, as deputy prosecutors. The partnership creates a prosecution team representing the people of both Madison and Fremont counties. Members of the grand jury deliberated and determined there is probable cause to believe the Daybells willfully and knowingly conspired to commit several crimes that led to the death of 3 innocent people. We believe the crimes occurred on or about October 26th of 2018 to January 15th of 2020 in the county of Fremont, state of Idaho, and elsewhere, including Madison County. Lori and Chad Daybell were both served early this afternoon with warrants. The court will be posting the public legal documents and the time of the first appearance hearing shortly, which will occur sometime later today or before noon tomorrow. That hearing will be held virtually and will be available for the viewing on the court's YouTube channel. The penalty for the most serious charges range from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death penalty. We will not be disclosing further information about what penalties we will pursue for these charges. By law, however, we must make a decision and inform the defendants on whether we will pursue the death penalty within 60 days after the defendant's first entry of a plea. We know you have a lot of questions, but at this time we will not be taking questions while the matter is pending. Rob and I have a legal and ethical obligation to protect the defendant's rights to a fair trial. We take this obligation seriously, and we will continue to balance the public's interest in this matter with our legal, ethical obligations, including our responsibility to protect the integrity of the facts and evidence and minimizing unnecessary and erroneous publicity. This investigation is far from over, so if anyone has information related to these crimes, please contact Fremont County Sheriff's Department at 208-624-4482. The indictments have more details that should provide many answers to your questions. Under the law, Lori and Chad Daybell are presumed innocent while charges are pending. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much.